Hello, Mr. Sayed. Actually, we have good tea time today. There is a thing called Ten Commandment there. So, what is the cause of, or what is the reason he is getting at the Ten Commandment in those days?
See, all the rules and regulation was given to Tamil Shiva, and since God knew that the 12 tribes of House of Israel, they are rebellious by nature because their starting point of history, if you look into their history, the 12 brothers are conspiring against each other in killing one of their brothers, and how this is how Yusuf went to Egypt. So until till today, if you see traditionally, the blacks are killing the blacks because of their ancestral tradition. It's based on their karma. So now the Ten Commandment is something very reduced rules and regulation. At least those Ten Commandment is been followed by the children of Israel. That will be better for their community. But still, they are rebellious in nature.
So anyway, it proves that they are already having some corrupted society.
Yes, so because just because Abraham had a covenant with God, so that covenant is inherited by these people, but they have to fulfill their covenant, and for that they have to keep the Ten Commandment and maintain balance among themselves, among their people. But since the initial starting of the history, the brothers are conspiring to kill one brother, so that tradition has been followed by all the tribes of the people, and today compared to Tamil nation, if you look into African nation, they are ready to kill each other, even though no, they know that they are their brothers and they are from the same tribe, but they will kill each other, whether it be in Africa or whether it be in America. See, with Malcolm X, Malcolm X was killed by his own people, Nation of Islam. So they will not think twice. As far as Tamil nation is concerned, they are basically surrounded by hypocrites. If that hypocrisy of Vibhishan has been carried ever since. Today, all the we know the truth, but because of the hypocrite lobby, the people are suffering, and it is helping indirectly to the minority of the Aryan settlers in India.
Actually, hypocrites are everywhere in the world, even in Tamil history. So we could call it colorful period. So in those days, Tamil people also lived those kind of mentality only. Then after that, only the Tirkural and so many moral literatures created by the people, and then they civilized again. So this is happening everywhere in the world. Though you cannot tell only for Negroes. No?
No, Negroes, it's like hereditary from their 12 brothers. But in Tamil nation, because God has given them everything, so just because they have the technology and they have the research, so they are selling their research to their outsiders, outside nation, for some power and women and this thing. So this is how the hypocrisy is come. So how Vibhishan wanted to come in power, so he took the help of the Europeans. Similarly, there are
Aryans. You mean to say Aryan? That is a
Aryans.
Rama story.
Yeah, Aryans, and so it's this things is in their blood now. Actually, hypocrisy. Because in India, like how we know that, like when I say Tamilians, I don't mean just Tamil-speaking people of Tamil Nadu. I mean that all the people from India, black people of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Iran, Afghanistan, right up to Turkey, having the DNA of Tamil people. There are three types of black people. One is Hamitic black, one is Semitic black, one is a Tamil black. So Tamil, when I say Tamil, I don't refer to Tamil Nadu people. I feel it's the whole after the deluge.
No, shall I take it as all the
The,
black people?
not all the black. The black people, there are three types of black people: Hamitic, Semitic, and Tamil. So since Tamil, after the deluge, their boundary is from Turkey to Indus Valley, from Indus Valley to Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka, Southeast nation, Cambodia, Thailand, and Australia. This is the second part of history. And prior to deluge, they occupied almost all the part of the world. Wherever you find pyramids, it was constructed by Tamil Shiva Pandyan dynasty. So, and after the deluge, the territory was reduced to from Turkey to this thing. And the Ramayana and Mahabharata actually took place between Turkey to Indus Valley.
Okay, but some research says even Chinese and Mongolian and as well as Japanese also belongs to Tamil origin only.
Yeah,
So
see,
they have ancestors of Tamils only.
yeah, yes.
So how will you consider?
See, Prophet Noah is a Tamil,
Yeah, of course.
and he's from the genealogy of Seth. Seth is nothing but Shiva. So Shiva, from Shiva genealogy, all these three races have come. Noah, three children: Ham, Shem, Japheth. From Ham we have the African nation. From Shem we have the Semitic black, where we have your father Abraham, and from Japheth we have the Chinese Mongolian.
Yeah.
So if you look into the thing, we will find lots of similarity. See, traditionally, when the Quran or Bible says believers, it refers to the children of Noah, and plus, since Noah himself is a Tamil, so it refers to all these four races: Ham, Shem, Japheth, and Tamil. And since children of Cain were cursed and banished from cradle of civilization, so they are pagans. So the people in European, they will rectify. But people who have settlers who have come after the migration, after the Mahabharat, then they will are stiff-necked people, and they will not never accept the truth of Aaseevagam. And Jesus in the Bible says that they are children of swine. And Prophet during Prophet Muhammad chapter 36 1 to 11, Prophet Muhammad was stopped from educating the Aryan settlers whose forefathers had no honors. So basically, the holy books is a reminder for two families. One family is the royal genealogy of Seth, Tamil nation, and the royal genealogy of David, who got the administration after Mahabharat. He was given the power to administer because David, the children of Israel, they were under the administration of Pandyan dynasty. But after the Mahabharat, they were complete. It was in-house fighting, so it was destroyed. And so when the Aryan migrated, then they later on attacked children of Israel. And Bible and Quran says they had no king. So Ark of Covenant and Saul was appointed as a king, and David killed Goliath. Goliath is nothing but Aryan, the Persian Aryan, whom we call as Philistine, and those Philistines right now is the Palestinian people, the white people, and the the fake Jews, white people. They are claiming them to them as they are the children of the chosen people.
So how would you use the word fake Jews? Actually, now the most of the researchers confirm that Jews are the real seed of the all the problems which is caused in the current world. So then now you are telling like fake Jews. So then who is Jews actually, and who is Israel? Because Israel is producing so many weapons and they are supplying across the world, and so they have collusion with America as well as Saudi. So they have some alliance. So now you are telling fake Jews. Then who are Jews actually?
Jew actually comes. Actually, Jew is a meaning. It comes as a faith. There are three types of faith: Jew, Christian, and Muslims. Jew refers to the one who conceals the truth. So it can be anyone. If you're concealing the truth, you come under the category of Jew.
But now the Judaism rule says that so nobody can convert it as a Jew. So whoever
No, I'm not talking about the religion right now. I'm talking about the faith, definition of the faith.
okay.
When we say Jew, it refers to a person who conceals the truth. Christians are the people who seek salvation through a human being, and spiritually they are spiritual people. And Muslims is one who submits to the will of Allah. So these are three qualities of faith, and faith is unseen. And who will and ultimately in the end, on the day of Mahapralaya or Judgment Day, gods will decide who has submitted and who has not submitted. So Muslim right now, nobody is a Muslim. Either you are a Christian, Muslim, and a believer. But Muslim term can be used only when God has told you that you have submitted, and He's accepted your submission. So Muslim means one who submits to the will. People who are calling themselves Muslim are basically they say that we don't believe in God. Indirectly, we don't believe in Judgment Day. We ourselves have declared our faith that we are Muslims, because Quran chapter 49 verse 13 says that you have to identify as per your race and tribe, and Quran chapter 30 verse 22 clearly says that color and language. So we have to see by color and language.
But nowadays, so the Israel people are being white, so they are not being color of black. Then also they declare themselves as a Jews. So Israel themselves they declare as a Jewish nation. So how will you see that?
See,
How?
Jew, and second, first is Jew is the faith, and second, Jew refers to a trading community. Trading community, the traders who from Asia, from Middle East, taking goods from India, from land route to Europe. and from in Europe they have occupied all the economy of Europe was in their hand. But if suppose the Jew and the European are two different race, then how can they can occupy their land? Because we know Roman Empire occupied the children of Israel, because Jesus Christ is from a children of Israel. They were persecuted, and their people were executed, because real Jews are black people. So, and now these fake Jew, they call themselves the fake white people who are calling themselves Jew. They, how can they occupy when in their own country?
Who occupied actually?
Europeans, Romans, they occupied Jerusalem.
In other words, Aryans.
Aryans. So Aryan occupied Roman Empire. They migrated. They invaded twice to Jerusalem, and they took over. And because of Romans, Jesus was persecuted, and Jesus is from the children of Israel. Jesus Christ is black. So here the question is, when their own country is enslaved by the Romans, how can the Jew, if these people are the real Jew, then how can the same white people rule the whole of your economy of the Europeans? So these are the Jew is a fake Jew. The real Jew are the black people who left before Jesus Christ. They migrated to Africa and Arabia. Among the other black people, Hamitic and Arab is their cousins, the children of Ismail. They are the cousins. So they migrated and left them. And when Jesus came, he said, "I have come only for the lordship of Israel, not for Gentile." When the next comforter comes, he will preach the Gentiles. So when Prophet Muhammad came, he clearly mentioned 36 1 to 11 that God stops him, that whether you warn them or you do not warn them, they will not believe. Only few people among the settlers, they will understand the concept of Aaseevagam. Otherwise, they are actually basically, if you say the Kali Yuga or Antichrist, the Roman Empire and Persian Empire are the Antichrist, the settlers, Aryan settlers, and today they are hiding behind the Muslim world. And the New World Order is because of them. And today the whole world is in trouble because of these people who call themselves disguised as Muslim, and they are basically by DNA they are Aryan settlers, Roman Empire and Persian Empire.
Okay, so according to you, I can take it as Judaism is not a race. So Jews are not by race. So they just a religion.
It's a religion.
Okay, so anybody can go for that.
No, see, first of all, if you are if you know the if your DNA is of a believer, why will you adopt a cave people religion? Because all religions are created by the Aryan settlers. See, Jesus Christ was persecuted by Romans, and Romans started Roman Catholic. So how can you adopt a religion of the one who executed Jesus Christ? Saint Paul is a Greek Aryan, and people under the Christianity name are following doctrine of Paul. So Jesus Christ is nowhere connected with Paul, because Jesus Christ refused to preach the Gentile. So Gentile have no rights to hijack Jesus Christ and start a religion in the name of Christianity. Similarly, Prophet Muhammad, uh, he just sent letter to Roman Empire and Persian Empire, and they rejected it. And Prophet Muhammad never entertained them. And these Aryans are not allowed to enter the Hijaz area. And the new Qibla, the Mecca, the old Qibla belongs to the real Jew, the black Jew, the more children of Israel. They got the seed of David. They occupied the administration post, and from Mecca they rule Africa. And 800 years they were in Spain, ruling Spain, right up to from 7th to 15th century. And after 15th century, the Ottoman Empire, they entered into Mecca, and thus the Moors left Spain and migrated, came back to Africa.
Yeah, actually, in Tamil Nadu also we have some similar story. So the Aaseevagam was found by Lord Shiva. So and then around 5th century, the Saivam was established by Thirinjana Sambandar, strongly established in Tamil land. So in that period, almost 10,000 Aasiva Siddhas, who called Samana Siddhas, killed in that period. So maybe here also we have some similar story. So by using the way of Siddha, we can achieve the higher level conscious, so that we can become God almost. But by avoiding that, by giving some idol worship, by praising Shiva as a lord, the Saivam was established and the people diverted. So, is there any similarity between this thing and other thing? Your statement?
Regarding Shiva, See, as per Tamil tradition, he is the first Siddha and the first administration, and it is confirmed by Quran as well as Bible. In Quran chapter 2, verse 30, uh, when before the creation of the earth, God is talking to the angel that I'm going to make another vicegerent on earth. Who and the angels are telling that why are you making one more person who will shed blood? So before the creation of the earth, Shiva genealogy was prophesied. And biblically, if you go, the third son of Adam is Seth. And Seth genealogy, from there we have Prophet Noah, and from his children we are having Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Another continuously descendant of Noah is Ibrahim. Okay, and Quran chapter 3, verse 33 and 34 clearly says that Adam, Noah, family of Imran, family of Ibrahim, and they are descendant of each other. So all the prophethood is all connected with Lord Shiva, genealogy of Lord Shiva. Ibrahim is also having, but the thing is that Ibrahim is a Semitic. The only the DNA is only from Adam. That is, for example, so Aaseevagam is the basic the religion. Aaseevagam means religion of a Siddha, thought by pen, and Quran confirms in 96 1 to 5. God thought by pen and gave all the information to this the children of Adam. That children is nothing but Shiva or Seth. So the information is in the and the Aaseevagam concept was always there, and from Shiva, this Aaseevagam concept was the people who was doing into yoga, meditation, and since all the information was given to Shiva, we can call Shiva as people of the book, the people of the man who with information. So that information was carried in his genealogy, and since well, according to me that Adam had some 64 children, twins. So all the information which was given to Shiva, that one information, one subject was given to the all the children of divided into 64 children, and today we have that 64 tradition among the Tamil, and how the colony grew, like if like how you see ant colony, if the overpopulation has happened, so people from all the department, all the ranks, similarly from all 64 profession, and the king was taken to another place. And if you, that's why we see all the similar archaeological survey, the similar pattern, whether it be Kerala, Indus Valley, Ur, and going up to the Australia, Turkey. The same types of civilization is everywhere. Self-sufficient village, a self-sufficient city, we call it. So this is how the self-sufficient was taken over. But the thing is, there were always like Satyug and Kalyug among the this thing among the Tamil nation. Satyug is nothing but the rule of a good king who thought about the common people, and that's why golden era was a thing. Any bad king among the Pandyan dynasty will be considered as a bad for the common people, and it's called Kalyug. But in other yugas and evolution theory is there, which is nothing but evolved was introduced by the Aryan settlers. Yugas are they talk about Stone Age, Dwarpat, this thing, four yugas they talk about, and in European they talk about Stone Age, Ice Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age, and civilized. They are talking about their civilization because Cain generation was started with the Ice Age, and how they gradually became civilized. They are talking about their history. So their yugas or their age is totally is not connected with Tamil civilization. Tamil civilization has only good king or bad king, Satyug and Kalyug. But after the invasion of Aryan, the from Kalyug after Mahabharata, Kalyug started from Ramayana, and after Mahabharata, the Kalyug Aryan settlers came and established their administration on the Tamil land. Tamil means Indus Valley, and from there we had Roman Empire, then the Persian Empire and Roman Empire, and disturbing the peace of all the nation. Semitic first they occupied the Semitic land also, and then in 15th century occupied the Mecca, the second administration center of Bani Israel. So the whole Muslim world is nothing but this thing, and because the first king Gautam Buddha, who attained nirvana or awakened his Kundalini chakra and got connected with higher conscious, he's also part of Aaseevagam. and he rebelled against the policy of the Brahmanism. Brahmanism was it's a concept of rebirth, that you have to serve the Brahmin, and until you become in next life Brahmin, you will not attain moksha or salvation. So Gautam clearly said that no human can attain moksha or salvation. Get back to your original Aaseevagam concept, where you get connected with higher conscious. Because what is soul? Soul is nothing but God's particle. So it's like a transmitter, like how you use a SIM card. So you just have to activate it to get it to a higher frequency.
Yeah, here we are call it as Jivatma Paramatma. So,
Yeah.
so Jivatma is nothing but our soul. We can connect it to the God.
God.
That is Paramatma.
And because God and Atma, they are actually on the one category, because God have no death, and even soul doesn't die.
Of course.
And after death, the soul is kept in Alame Barzakh, or ancestral plane. And the chapter 23, verse 99 clearly says that all the dead people, their soul is kept into Alame Barzakh, and they will be remaining there until day of judgment. So people who are doing Shraddha, Pitri, and ritualism, that their ancestor will come down. There is nothing like ancestor will not come down, because their soul will be kept up, and the Quran chapter 23 clearly says that, and people are making money out of this ritual. But if you are doing Brahminism and Hinduism, and even the Muslims are doing this Shab-e Barat and all this rituals is there. So actually, soul doesn't come down.
Yeah.
And we can do true Kundalini awakening, because our ancestors are within us.
Yeah.
What is DNA?
Yeah, of course.
It's containing the information of a previous generation.
Yeah.
That's why in ancient Tamil tradition, there was no inter-profession marriage, no inter-caste marriage, because one DNA with is containing the information of that subject which Shiva thought to that person.
Okay.
So if there is a inter-caste marriage, inter-profession marriage, that DNA containing the information of that particular subject and other subject, it will be the children born with will be confused which side to go. So there was no inter-caste marriage. But after Prophet Muhammad, Quran came. The professionalism, he's allowed intercaste marriage. Now people can do intercaste marriage. There's no need for honor killing or something. It's allowed. The only thing Quran is telling that inter-race marriage is you can do inter-race marriage, but doing inter-race marriage will only destroy you and your generation and your surrounding. Because if you were marrying an Aryan girl or Aryan boy, so Aryan boy and Aryan girl, they contain the DNA belongs to Cain, and Cain DNA is cursed. And since Tamil nation have the blessed DNA, so if blessed and cursed get together, then there will be only this is how the Varna Dharam is surviving, and this is how hypocrisy has come into Tamil blood. Because the people who are born from, because they have under the Vishkanya concept, all the elites, maximum of the elites, the kings, the chatiyars, and the business class people, they are getting married to white women, and since after the children are born, so those children are they are confused whether to support the Aryan lobby or to support their own people. So they are confused. So this is how it has been survived. The Aryans are surviving from, though being in a minority, they are running their show from 5,000 years in India, and still they are in power, because we have lots of hypocrisy, and hypocrisy is because of inter-race marriage.
Actually, this show is not only in India, so it's across.
It's across. But the story runs around the world's story runs around Tamil only, na?
Yeah.
Because Tamil are the first, and Shiva is prophesied before the creation of the earth. So the story runs around the Tamil nation.
So shall I take it as so the show is between the native Tamils and the settler Aryans.
Yeah. So and settler Aryans are they are Aryan settlers, Roman Empire, now hiding behind a Muslim label. Aryavarta concept in India is impossible, because the population of India, the 760, maybe if you leave the city part, if you go into rural area, all people are maximum are black people. Bangladesh and Calcutta or Bengal, Bihar, black population. So by language they may be differ, but by DNA they are Tamil. So from Orissa and all this belt, there are maybe around 60 to 70% of the population of India are belonging to Tamil nation. So this is the breakup, and because of few if they say now control the head and you control the body. So all the elites among from the Tamil nations, they have got married to Aryan girls, and today we are having there is no leaders for the common people, and that's why the caste system and still maintaining. And Aryabharta is got established now. They have started construction of Ram Mandir, and according to me, when I in 2016 I predicted that Ram Mandir construction is nothing but a celebration of Aryan victory. And Aryabharta is a concept by the Muslim world, and Muslim world by DNA are Aryan settler, Roman Empire, Persian Empire.
Okay, actually, there is a information says in Hira cave, Muhammad met Al Qadir. Is it true? Is there any possibility? Al Qadir is nothing but Lord Muruga in our tradition. So, is it true?
No. Actually, Prophet met Jibril, angel, the archangel Jibril, the angel who has the authority to bring message from God to the prophets. So Al Qadir is not there. Al Qadir is Murugan, and that story is connected with at the timeline of Prophet Moses. And Prophet Moses and Murugan are on the same timeline.
Some researchers says Lord Muruga is the first inventor of agriculture, and as well as he considered as a war god. So, but now you're telling like based on the Seth concept. So he already thought everything by pen. In that case, the agriculture also would thought to Lord Shiva and their.
See, when the ancient Ayurvedic Siddha, then said all the one subjects was given. Ayurvedic was also given. Agriculture was also given. So agriculture and Ayurvedic concept is long back during the time of Shiva itself. And Murugan thought
but
agriculture.
The evolution theory doesn't support that. No?
Evolution is for Aryan culture. How they evolved from Ice Age to Bronze Age, Iron Age, and then got civilized. See, 800 years of Spain was ruled by the Moor, Bani Israel,
Okay.
and they taught them how to live in a decent way. They don't know, the Europeans never used to have bath, never used to brush teeth,
Yeah.
and all this they were taught by the Moors of Bani Israel. So they were very backward people, now. So how can you how they evolved and became civilized is their story. It's got nothing, because from the day one, because Tamil were connected with God, and God taught everything to Shiva, and civilization was from the day one. And pyramids are all built by the Tamil people all over the world. So, and now people are telling that it's built by aliens and Anunnaki and all that. It's all stupidity. It's just to hide the history of Tamil race.
Okay. Actually, you said something about Al Qadir. So, will you consider he is Lord Muruga in Tamil tradition?
See, as per Tamil, they consider Al Qadir as Lord Muruga, and they consider Muruga as the first agriculturist. And as per the timeline, there is a story in Quran where Moses meets Al Qadir. So if Al Qadir is Murugan, and there was a conversation between Al Qadir and Murugan and Moses. But before Moses, Joseph, who built big halls, granary for storage of food grains. He came 400 to 500. Suppose if we take 100 plus average age, and as per the evidence, there are 4 generations. So approximately 400 to 500 years before, Joseph was there. So Yusuf or Joseph, he built the great big warehouse to store the food grains, because the famine was there. So food was already there. Na? Hunter-gatherer society is basically connected with the Aryan children of Cain history. There's nothing to do with Tamil history. Even right from the beginning, people were agriculturists, and there is no such thing as many researchers talk that the Shiva Trishul is for hunting. He is a hunter-gatherer. So if we consider him as a hunter-gatherer, then what God taught to Shiva? Why is called Siddha? when he is having the similar character of a cave people, so what God thought, why we call him a Siddha? Siddha means a master of certain subjects, na? So without education, and we consider him as a cave guy, a hunter-gatherer society, it doesn't make any sense, na?
Okay, Mr. Syed, so thank you for your valuable time. So you made us very clear information about so many things. Definitely, we'll get some more doubts and questions. I'll meet you again. Thank you so much.
Actually, future belongs to Aaseevagam, and people have to rise and understand Aaseevagam. So at least the power to people are once again given to the people, and people should come up and take their responsibility. Because in this crisis, everyone is a leader now. We don't need a leader to serve us. We are ourselves our leader, and we should come forward and help each other to for this current situation and for the future time also. Vanakkam.